Oh my goodness. We are back. We are back. We are back. Oh, we took a nice little vacation, but guess what? We're back.
We're back.
All candy, baby. The goal is to inspire, educate, motivate, and something that we say on this platform. We really hope that you appreciate today and take to heart. My man, what's happening, man? We back. We back. It took a minute, but we probably needed this little vacation. A lot of life going on. How you doing?
Oh, better not deserve. Better not deserve. I cannot complain at all. Yes, it has been a minute. We were in hiatus for a while, just taking care of some things. We want to make sure we give you the best content that we can give you. I see it. I see it. Hold up. Hold on. Let me chime in as well. Yeah, we
Salute.
want to, yeah, we definitely want to give you the best content that we possibly can give you. So we back at it again. Philly's in the building. Mr. Millionaire Mindset,
Millionaire
Double S is right
mindset.
by my side. And we're
Yes.
gonna jump right into it. Uh man, hit him right where it hurts, man, with the topic today there, Mr. Slaughter.
So, as I was thinking about what we should kind of go into, so many things going on these days, but there's a lot of interaction between family, between friends, between coworkers, things of that sort. And a lot of times, you get into these heated moments, depending on what's going on in your life. Anything can kind of set you off, right?
Right.
But I wanted to say the topic that we should, kind of jump on today is before you speak, thinking before you speak, because once you say it, you can't take it back. What you think about that?
Mm, okay.
Before you jump out and say something emotionally, think about it. I
Mm,
have to work on that quite a bit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? We've done it before, right? As parents, as boyfriends, as husbands, as
Oh
whatever,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Uh there's an old saying I think by was it Confucius? He says the wise man speaks very little. You know, you should hold your tongue until you know when really to to speak upon a subject matter. I'm glad you bring this up, man, because I just had an issue with it was a small issue with some of the family, and they were chiming in all on social media, and they didn't really know what was going on. I made a comment on our Facebook group page, and they was just chiming in on me, and I felt a certain type of way about it. Like, you know what, you guys really don't know what you're talking about, uh, and you really shouldn't say anything until you know all of the information. That's just how I look at it. We shouldn't. I say this. This is probably one of my probably one of my favorite sayings as of lately. Don't speak don't make a judgment on a one-sided conversation. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't speak on something until you get both sides. Then you can make an educated, you know, opinion-based decision. But if I'm telling you something and it's concerning someone else, and you just hearing my side,
Mm-hmm.
man, I gotta rock with you, Philly. You my man. But
Right.
I could be totally wrong. But you just listen to my side. You gotta listen to the other person's side. That's what I
Yeah.
believe. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? And we both
Yeah.
got kids. Same thing when it comes to the kids. The kids say one thing, and the two kids are with dad, he did that. With dad, she did that. We don't know until we get both sides. So I
Right.
hear you.
I've always heard that you have two ears and one mouth for a reason, right?
Ooh,
Sometimes I believe as men, as dads, as friends, as brothers, as whatever, right? a lot of times we may jump to conclusions, and that might not just be a male thing. I mean, it's a human thing, right? But I can only
Right.
speak from a male perspective.
Right.
Sometimes we form an opinion before we even know what's said, and so
Thank
we
you.
listen, and then we speak. And I find myself flying off at the handle before I really think about what I heard. And
Right.
sometimes I'll even have to tell my wife, give me a minute, because uh you jump like this. You ready to you're ready to react, right? And so give me a minute to just process. That way I don't say anything that, I regret,
Exactly.
because you can't take it back once you've said it, right?
That's right.
Once it's out there, however the person perceives it is what it really is. No matter if you delivered it with the most utmost care and
That's right.
sensitivity, however they receive it is how it was delivered, regardless of what your intention was. What you think about that?
No, you're so right. You're so right. I mean, we could take this to so many different places. You
Yeah.
we really, I mean, first you got to look at the male perspective and the female perspective. And we don't have a female to chime in. We should sit there and have a
Nah, this
female.
this hey, listen, we know this could be a part two, three, four, right?
Yeah,
We just scratching the surface on this
yeah.
thing.
Because I'm like, okay, all right. Because, and I'm not gonna say all women, but most women, they deal in their emotions. So their emotions are gonna come out real quick. Most most men, they say most men, they think a little bit more rational. Not saying that we don't jump off, you know, quick with the words to be like you said, you're being defensive and you want to react. So man, it really can be tricky. It really can be tricky. What does one do though? I mean, we can talk about the problem, and I know we go, but how do we come up with a solution? And I know I'm just jumping right into it because, like I say, we can go so many different ways with this, Sean. Really, honestly.
I mean, when I think about my own personal solution, I feel like sometimes you have to really be in control of you and your emotion before you try to relay something to somebody else. I think a lot of times when we wear our heart on our sleeve, right? Um,
Right,
a lot of people are in their feelings about different things that are being said, whether it's politics, somebody talking about their favorite celebrity, whatever the case may be. You said something about a family member that meant or means a lot to someone, and you just react from that. I think if we kind of took the time to process different things before we just react, we do live in a microwave society, right?
right,
We want everything and we deliver everything just right away without really thinking about it. We just kind of react. We're kind of reactionary, versus forethought, right? But if you took
right,
a minute to kind of think about things before you really just pop off, and I would say that even for, um, our women out there, our sisters, like really think about things before you just take it to heart and be so emotional about it. We can be a little brash, but there's some ladies out there that are pretty hardcore too.
whew,
I know a few
whew,
in my lifetime.
whew,
They I mean, that whole think like a man thing, like,
whew.
you got a mentality of one of the boys right here, like, yeah, I don't know if you can handle a girl. you know
Exactly.
yeah.
Yo, sisters, man, and whew, yo, but
Y'all
hold
don't
on.
have to be so rough.
Exactly.
And we be soft then, right?
Yeah. But hold on. Let's back it up. Let's ask that question again. The question we were actually talking about, because I'm about to go into something. So you saying what was the actual topic we were actually just sitting there discussing?
um, Thinking before you speak, because you can't take
Thinking,
it back once you said it.
right, exactly. thinking before you speak. Now I'm saying that because I'm gonna go into a quick scenario. I'm
Okay.
down at a cigar lounge and enjoying myself. Brothers, just giving each other the business, just bantering, so on and so forth. And there's certain things we don't talk about. We don't usually talk about politics, religion. We all just, it's really just talking sports and it's talking, cigars
Shit.
and it's talking nonsense with each other,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
But one brother, older brother, he always go a little too far. And he's done it with few of the brothers in the lounge. So he and I are talking, we cool, hang out, pass each other cigars, this, that, and the other. And he just went off about, these light-skinned brothers and this, that, and the other. And I said, come on, Ron, stop with that. He said, man, I can't stand you light-skinned niggas, man. Fuck you. And fuck your mama. I said, now he went there. I said, Ron, we don't do the mother thing here, bro. We don't,
Right. We're gonna put a parental advisory sticker on this
Yeah, but
episode.
he kind of knew because that's what he does. He just rub folks the wrong way. And I said, all right, he said, man, yeah, whatever. Like I said, fuck you and fuck your mom. And he said it like he meant it. So now I'm like, I asked him the first time kindly. He did it again. I'm like, all right, so I'm me. He's an older brother in a walker. He's in a walker, tall dude in a walker. He's sitting there in a nice leather seat smoking a cigar. I'm sitting right across from him. I'm ready to get up and pick up his walker and beat him to fucking death with it. That's me. And my buddy pulled me these, yo, Philly. I said, man, that's bruh. He said, just let it go. I said, nah, man. He said, you know how Ron is? I said, no, I don't. Because he was always real cool. And I said, all right, I'm going to go to my car. And I didn't have my, my thing with me. So, it was in my storage. So I had some golf clubs. I said, I'm going to go and get the 7-iron. I'm going to beat the shit now. He comes out with me. Yo, we ain't gonna do that. He said, man, you don't want to do that. I left it alone, I was gone. And I come back the next time, and I'm telling a few fellas, they said, man, that's how he is. He gets like that. Like, man, that ain't cool. Man, he Philly, that's how he was. He got kicked out the other place he was at. Man, 2 weeks ago, he got at me. I'm ready to whip his ass now. What do I look like whipping this old man's ass? Now everybody gonna look at me and like I've done something wrong. He said, so you gotta pull back. So I said, all right. So I just don't, say nothing to him because I know me. So my thing is, according to this topic we talking about, what does one do? Do I watch what I say before I say it? Something like that. Because I'm thinking, I thought about it. I said, hey, bro, we don't talk about that. He said it again. What do I do? How does that play out? And I didn't see you ready to go off on a situation. I had to pull you back.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
You try to be as diplomatic as possible. Some people just go 0 to 100, like real quick, right? It takes me a little bit because I know that there's a point of no return. Once you cross the threshold, it's no coming back. So really, you have to be in touch with yourself, your own personal emotions, right? Because you know what will be the trigger. You know when they step over that line in the sand that you've drawn, and it takes you there. How do you not go there? I mean, I think that's been a lot of black on black crime, let's just say, from brother to brother. It was just a simple situation that went too far because somebody lost control of their emotion. You know what I mean? And so I really feel like if we keep that in check and we don't allow it to go there, sometime it's just going to be what it is, right? But, excuse me, 9 times out of 10, we can avoid it. Think of how many people may still be alive if something like that happened. Or just think about this, not in such a dramatic perspective, but think about how many relationships would still be intact. And I'm not just talking about male, female, I'm talking about friendships
Oh
and
yes,
everything. Because of
yes,
something that you said, now you can never take it back. I
exactly.
might forgive you, but
It's
it's
there,
up here. I'll never forget it, right? I'll
right?
never forget what you said. And so I think a lot of times we have to really be cognizant of that. And some just don't care. They're gonna say what they're gonna say. I'm gonna just be me. I'm gonna just, and
Right,
sometimes you have to know when to just
right. Not say
silence is golden. Don't
that's
say
it.
a word. And that
Right.
speaks volumes. You know what I mean? And it's not because you're weak. It's not because you're gonna let somebody punk you out or whatever the case may be. But sometimes that just keeps things in perspective, and that's going to keep somebody alive,
Oh yeah.
or that might
Oh,
keep some feelings in
yeah.
check, because it can go from here to here like cat quick, like you
Yeah.
say,
Real
right?
quick. Yeah.
Yeah,
Real quick. Real quick.
yeah.
Nah, and I'm gonna take it one step farther. I mean, I believe you're 100% right. You know, uh, the less you like you say, the less you say, usually is sometimes the best thing. Your silence, you can say a whole lot of words without saying anything at all, just by your look, just by your your facial gestures. You see what I'm saying? The way your eyes
Mhm.
may cut at a person. You can say a whole lot by not saying nothing at all. If you
Have you
understand
ever
what I'm
had, yeah, have you ever had a situation in a relationship, let's say, where women they really want to talk to you. We need to sit down and talk about this, but you don't really have a whole lot to say, and they just want you to say something, and all you do is just kind of sit there and you quiet. That will spark up some emotion all by itself. I just want you to say something. Say something. No, I don't think I really need to say anything because it might not be what you want to hear, right?
right?
Or what I'm feeling at the moment might not come off properly. And so, have you ever had that scenario where people want you to speak and spout off and say something, but you really have to hold your tongue because you know it's going to
Ooh,
go there if you say what you
ooh,
need to
hold
say?
on, hold on. Let me see if I can find this, man. Hold on. This is so perfect because I think I sent this to myself today.
Okay.
Uh, it was the 10, the 7 or 10 reasons when you should be quiet. I found it, man, on Instagram, and I thought I saved it to myself. Uh,
Hey, Thought Candy family, I just want to let you know we did not
woo,
pre-plan this conversation. Some things are just meant to come together like this. And so we
yeah,
didn't really pre-plan this topic. This was just something that we said, hey,
hold
we
on.
need to get back on this. What's the subject? And we're just really kind of freestyling the subject. So it's
Oh
it's it's
man,
amazing that he's saying this right now, but
yeah.
listen, not
Oh,
pre-planned at all.
dude, hold
I
on.
hope that you can find it. I hope that you can find it.
Man, it was today, and
Yeah.
I thought I copied it, but
Even if you Google that bad boy or something, I
man,
don't know.
let me hold on. I don't want to keep it too long, but
All
it
right.
was right on. Is right on the subject matter we're talking about here today. It was the 10 reasons when one should be
Should be
quiet.
quiet. Is it
And
7 or 10? Which one did you say?
it was either
Something like
7 or 10.
that?
I want to say it was
Okay.
10.
Okay.
Oh, let me see, man. Oh, it was so powerful. I was like, oh wow. And I usually save things like that to my phone,
Yeah.
but for whatever reason, I did not do it. But and a few of them I knew. Most folks are usually quiet. You should be quiet when you really don't have anything to say. Be quiet until you and it talked about the one that I believe in. Don't speak until you get both sides of the story. You see what I'm saying? And don't
Yeah.
pass judgment on someone if you don't know. They were saying don't pass judgment on someone if you don't know the whole story. I said,
I got some for you.
yes, sir.
I got some for you. And this is entitled the power of silence.
Mm.
10 reasons silent people are successful.
Mm.
All right. So, one, better listening skills. Didn't I say that? We have
Boom.
2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Yes, sir.
Two, enhanced observation skills, because sometimes you really need to peep game and see what's going on before you speak on something. Three, increase focus and concentration.
Mm.
That might apply in the professional realm more than the personal so much, right?
Right.
Better emotional control. Boop, right there. Think of how
Listen,
many situations will be
listen,
resolved, right?
listen,
Effective
lady.
communication. 5, effective
Mhm.
communication, to be able
Okay.
to communicate more effectively.
Okay.
6, stronger relationships.
Okay.
All right. Increase creativity and problem solving skills, personal, professional, on both
Hmm.
sides. Greater self awareness and reflection, because you
Exactly.
already know where you'll go. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
You already know
Hmm.
where you've been, the mistakes you've made, right? 9, adaptability and flexibility, because you never know what somebody's going through or have to, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
You
right,
have to
right.
be flexible with that. You can't just instantly judge on something that's being said because there's a reason why, right?
Exactly.
Um, the power of introversion is often linked to a personality trait characterized by a preference for quiet, minimally stimulating environments. You just want a little bit of time to yourself. How
That's
about
right.
that? To reflect
Get,
on
yeah,
things,
to get
right?
your thoughts right. You see
Process.
a lot of times we respond without even really listening to what we're responding to. We hear one or two keywords we don't like, and we ready to, you know, jump right down that person's throat and say, "Let me go ahead and process it, take it in, give me a
Yeah,
second, then I'm gonna come back at you."
yeah, yeah. I said this because I said sometimes you have to really sit back and process before you pop off, so to speak, right? You
Right.
have to listen and process. And so it said in conclusion on this particular subject, the power of silence can significantly contribute to success in various aspects of life. By embracing the benefits of silence, such as better listening skills, enhanced observation, increased focus, emotional control, effective communication, stronger relationships, heightened creativity, self awareness, adaptability, and the unique strengths of introversion, individuals can unlock their full potential. As you reflect on why silent people are successful, consider how incorporating silence into your life might benefit you, whether through active listening, quiet contemplation, or simply embracing the unique strengths of your introverted nature. Harnessing the power of silence can lead to more fulfilling and successful life and
Mm.
relationship. Sometimes you gotta just be the F quiet and just process
And
before you spout off. Because we know a lot of people that just do a whole lot of talking, a whole lot of popping off at the mouth, right? Uh, um, gum bumping, mouth diarrhea, whatever you want to call it, right? Diarrhea of the mouth, is that what they call it? Like
I
when
told
we in
my I
MLM,
look,
right?
I
You
told
just
my
throw up
son
on
that,
somebody.
yeah, I told my son that about about his brother. He said,
Uh-huh.
"What?" I said, "Man, he was having diarrhea of the mouth." He said, "Damn, Dad." I go, "He do," meaning that he's always spewing out everything.
Right,
he can't keep a secret. And I
right,
know
yeah,
me, I'm such a trash talker when it comes to sports. Man, people
right,
just hate me. But in other matters, though, we just talking about it, not just know when to speak and know when not to speak. But they say the smartest people in the room are usually the quietest people in the room. Or we get vice versa. The quietest people in the room are usually the ones that, bestow more wisdom and
They're
know more.
busy observing and
Right.
processing,
They listening
while
more, like you
everybody
said.
else is just popping off and reactionary.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
Right?
Yeah. That's it. And I say, you know what? And sometimes I'm like that. A lot of times, depends on what the conversation is. If I'm in a room with some folks that I believe know more than I know on a certain subject matter, I'm gonna sit back and observe. You say we got two ears and one mouth for a reason,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. So yeah, I agree with it 100%. But going back to the subject matter, once we say something, I mean, and I don't know what you may be relaying it to, be it a conversation you're having with your better half, or a conversation you have with your kids or a friend, or it may be a disagreement. Once you say something, like when we were talking about, you know, uh, the ladies, the females.
Mm-hmm.
Once you say something and it's said, let's just say, I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put out an example, hypothetical. Y'all in a heated argument, whatever. So I can't believe this. I can't believe this. And you may, pop off I can't believe this bitch. Would you call me? Babe, I didn't say that. No, she
Yeah.
heard it.
Yeah.
All she heard was that word, and you were talking to her, so she think you were relating it to her. Now, I don't know what you're gonna have to do to get over that, but once it's said, and it's hard to take it back. Yes
Yeah.
or yes?
Absolutely. I mean, it is. I mean, not to say that it can't be resolved, but it's gonna take a little something. That's a lasting impression.
There you
The
go.
tongue is like a sword, man. It cuts.
Ooh,
It cuts and it cuts deep. The tongue is like a Ginsu knife. You know what I'm saying? You can say some words that can slice and dice some folks, in
that's right.
half, in five pieces, in two
Right.
seconds, right? But do you want that lasting impression of what effect, that it causes? Um, Sometimes you have to be ready to, apologize and retract it. And sometimes it kind of stands and holds depending on what it is, right?
It's a stain. It becomes
Sometimes the truth hurts, but
yeah,
sometimes we go a little bit overboard and we kind of just stomp down on a situation,
exactly.
because of something we might be going through. So all I'm saying is take a little bit of time to think about things before you spout off. And you never know what somebody is going through, especially if they haven't told you. We make our own reasoning and perception and things, and sometimes it may not be correct. So
That's right. Exactly. Two and one for a reason. Exactly. You're so
yeah.
right, Sean. I definitely appreciate the subject matter for sure. Uh, but you know what? I believe this. I mean, and we can close it out. You can close it out after this, but I believe that usually it hurts a little more to me when it's said, or you say something, or someone says something to you prematurely, or they don't sit there and think, when it's someone that you care about or someone that you love. I think it
Yeah.
just hurts a little bit more.
Yeah.
Probably because you're closer to that person and you got some emotional attachment. You believe
Right.
that?
Right. Absolutely. uh Everybody ain't for the your mama jokes, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
It can spark off some stuff,
Yeah.
many men have died for less, but it's just one of those things where sometimes I think in society now our skin isn't as thick as it was, and we need to get back to that.
Mm,
I think I said something
mm.
to somebody recently and they took it the wrong way. And I was like, man, are you kidding me? Like, when I wish somebody would come at me like that. I'm gonna pop back off at them. We on now. I mean, it's the dozens, 2024. You know,
Oh,
we
that's
ain't
a
even there yet. But I'm
that's
just
another
saying, you know,
podcast. That's a
yeah,
whole nother podcast.
absolutely.
The
Stay
softness,
ready, and you
yeah,
don't have to get ready. You know,
yeah, the softness of this generation,
yeah.
the last two generations,
The
exactly.
world. I mean, this is the world. It's not just the generation, but
Yeah.
you know, I think everybody's in their feelings a little bit. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And we can't say things the way we used to. Freedom of speech isn't, you know, it's always been an issue, but I think it's really more so now because people don't want to be called certain things, and I need you to call me this, and you can't call me that, and whole nother podcast, y'all.
Oh man. Well, yeah, I ain't gonna talk about that because now
Right.
we're talking about how we gonna uh I would say like you said, call a person on who they are. People's not about who we see they are or who we assume they may be in their physical form. They want to be called something else. That's another whole podcast too.
Whole nother, a
You know,
whole
my man,
nother.
you grew up and his name was Jerry.
Yeah,
Now he's trying to go by,
Jamie.
oh, yeah, hello. Come on, come on. So
I mean, yeah,
that's a whole
that's a whole nother thing. You
a
know,
whole other podcast. Yeah, but
we
yo,
won't go there.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the topic, man. I hope this really uh resonated with some of you guys out there, you guys and girls out there today. And you can kind of relate to what me and Sean are talking about. And hopefully it can help you. Don't jump off like I'd be quick to jump off. Stop and think.
Process,
Yeah.
process. Two
Let's,
ears, one mouth, y'all. We'll come back with our name that movie as we get back into the flow of things. But we wanted to just get back into
oh, that's right.
just kind of chatting amongst ourselves, right? We'll jump back into that in the next couple episodes. But
Oh, man, we can give him hold on. I'm quick with the name that we can give him we can we can give him a quick name that movie, dub. We can give him a quick one. Let's see. First, we gonna say all right. I gave away. I think we gave away. I think I gave away 2 mugs. We're gonna go with the t-shirt. We're gonna go with the t-shirt. We'll put the t-shirt up. T-shirt gonna look just like that there. You're gonna look. We're gonna do it. I'll do it this Wednesday. I'll have it out for you guys. This the name of that movie. I got a lot of money on you, champ. What? Well, you's about to be a rich nigga. Cause I'm 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 knocking somebody the fuck out. Scene. Who's that? Name the movie.
I ain't gonna even say nothing because I know, but yeah, yeah,
Name the
that's good
movie.
stuff. Oh,
Name the
stuttering
movie.
and
No, they got to do 2 things though. Name the movie and the actor. Name the movie and the actor. All right.
there it is.
There
There
it
it
is.
is. Cause somebody getting yeah, that. Yeah, too
That right
funny.
there.
Too funny.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, so listen, it's time to get back on this, y'all.
Yeah.
We're having a lot of fun with this thing. It's time to get back to some conversations. You know, it's time to get back to what we do. That thought provoking, thought candy, motivating, inspiring, and educating folks as much as possible. Um, Stay tuned for some great topics. We back. We back.
Yes. We see
And
you
on that
guys
note,
next Monday.
uh,
Right? Next
Yeah,
Monday.
yeah. I mean, we learned through our last couple seasons here, season and a half, that we don't want to put specific days
Yeah, yeah. We gonna,
on it,
y'all
but
gonna see us.
we
Y'all
coming.
gonna see us here. Yeah.
Yeah, we coming. Because every time
Yeah.
we say the day don't be the day. So yeah, yeah, it's
Yo,
coming,
we be on some PC. We be on some.
right? We on some,
We be
on some,
on,
yeah, yeah,
we be
yeah,
on some
yeah.
black folk time. Yeah,
Right, right,
yeah,
right. We
yeah.
be on some it happened when it happened type, but
Exactly.
we're gonna
It's
make it
all
happen.
good. It's all good.
All right.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
brother. So
All
great
right, man. I'll
topic.
holler at you. Have a good
Yes,
one, man.
sir.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment, share it with your friends, and we'll see you on the next one. We love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it, but
Love us
love us back.
back. One love. We out.